I can promise a list of the good, um, the weird, and the funny of being retired, right? So I'm thinking, so I wrote this so I wouldn't forget, y'all. So I am going to be reading. That's just because at my age, I need a list. So I found out, as far as like the good part is, a no alarm clock, right? I don't have to get up at 3:30 in the morning anymore. You know, that's a good thing, right? And then my time is mine. It doesn't belong to anybody else. That is, I can do whatever I want at any given time. You know, it's really funny. I was telling Denise and Marcel when they were here that I used to be able, I was so spontaneous. I would just pack up my car and I would just leave. I would leave for a week, 3 months, I don't know, 6 months. I would just get up and leave, right? Well, I don't do that anymore. I mean, I could still get up and leave, but I have to take Tim with me, and 2 dogs, and a cat, and 5 chickens. But, yeah, my time is still mine, if you know what I mean, you know, and I can just be. That's a good thing. That's a good part, I think, of being, retirement is I can just be. You know, what's really funny, I have to tell you this story is, Uncle Bill and I at one time, this was like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, we were driving down a country road. I don't know, it was Indiana, maybe Illinois, I can't even remember part of the highway we were on. And we were on a back road, and as we're driving, I glanced over, and there's this farmhouse, and there's this lady swinging on her front porch, reading a book. And I can remember distinctly looking over at Uncle Bill saying, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine having that kind of time. Well, this is the kicker on this one, y'all. So I have the time. I have a swing outside. I have a book. And I have time. But I forget to do that. And now it's winter. So anyway. I don't know where that was going. A really good thing, I think is a good thing is the senior discounts. I love senior discounts. I could go, I just forget to use them because I'm so new at this. I've been retired a year? Yeah. In April, I believe is when I retired. It hasn't even been a year. So I'm that new to being retired, right? So, and I guess that new to being 63. That's what it is. I just forget to, I forget to use the discounts. But when I do remember, they're awesome and they're good. That's a good thing. So, and then you think of the weird. That's, you two need to go play somewhere else. The dogs are playing in the background. So, the weird. So, I'm at 3 o'clock in the morning for no reason. None. I don't have a reason. I don't know. I don't know. I actually get personally offended by it, actually. I think that's weird. I can sleep in, and I don't. I could stay up late and be totally irresponsible, and I'm still up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like a built-in alarm clock. To me, that's weird. That's weird. When I plan an outing. Now, this takes specific planning, y'all. It does. It's no longer spontaneous. This is the weird. This is weird. So now it does. It consists of planning. And then it requires a nap after that planning. To me, that's weird. Or when I plan it, and I think, I have 2 stops today. 3 stops today. And that's how I plan it. You know, which route and which... honey, I tell y'all, 20 years ago, I would have just gotten my car and went. Now it requires a plan. Okay. To me, that's weird. I guess that's the part of the weird. I thought I had this long list of being weird. I don't know myself. 3. The funny part of being retired is I can think of a whole list of funny things, right? But you think, so the funny part of being retired is I find a really good parking spot. That makes my day, y'all. It really does. You know, or Tim could get a handicap plaque for our car, and he does, meet all those requirements, but he still doesn't. He does not get one of those, the hanging plaques that you could put on your windshield. And he just, we just rather walk. We're still capable of that sometimes. Sometimes. This is a funny one. I'm glad I wrote this one down because I'm busier now being retired than I was working, but I don't know what I'm busy at. I don't know, but I'm busy. That to me, that's funny. Or I can be totally irresponsible. Excuse me, the dogs went out. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Being totally irresponsible. That is so cool, and it's funny. I could stay up late, get up at 3 a.m., eat chocolate, get sick the next day. It's funny. I just like being totally irresponsible. I can go shopping whenever I want to go shopping, right? So this is a funny story when I was working, though. Tim and I had just started a friendship, and they were going fishing. Well, Tim's nephew, both his nephews actually, one by marriage. But anyway, Danny and Big T got together, and Big T had this purple pole he found, I don't know where, but Danny had a reel. So they put it together, and they gifted it to me so I could go fishing with Uncle Tim. Well, I wanted to impress. So anyway, Danny told me what you need to do is go to Walmart and get the little BB sinkers, I don't know, weights, I don't know. I said, okay. So it was just before my shift started, so I was in a hurry. I didn't really have time. So I ran into Walmart, got what I needed, and I get back in my car, and I hit work just on time. Well, during my break, I go out, and I'm, looking at my fishing gear, because we were going to go fishing that afternoon. And every single one of those weights, the little metal balls, I guess I got a fishing line, had a split in it. I thought, oh my goodness, the whole bag was defective. Stupid. So I cop an attitude, and here goes my happy old self down to Walmart. And the little boy at the sporting good counter, I told him, I took the bag out with the receipt, and I threw it down. And I said, I want to exchange these. And he's like, okay, but you need to do that at the customer service center. So I'm thinking, okay, so I got to go to the customer service center to exchange them. And I says, but I just want to exchange them. I don't want a refund. And he's like, well, what's wrong? And I said, each one of these in this packet, it was just like a little, cellophane type packet. Each one of these is defective. Each one has a split down the center of the ball. This poor little boy, bless his heart. Oh, bless my heart, y'all. He looked at me and then he explained how to work them. I was horrified. I could not believe. But I learned in this little boy was nice enough to teach me. But anyway, that is before I had quit, but it was still a good story. I don't know where I was going with this story anyway, but there you go. The good, the weird, and the funny of being retired. See you on the next one.